Deuteronomy 2 continues Moses' speech to Israel, recounting their wilderness journey. It highlights God's sovereignty over nations and his faithfulness in guiding his people. Moses reminds Israel that after their rebellion at Kadesh Barnea, they wandered in the wilderness for many years, specifically 38 years, until the unbelieving generation had died out, just as the Lord had said. This shows that God's word, whether promise or judgment, always stands. When the time came to move northward, God instructed Israel to pass through the territory of Edom, the descendants of Esau. God commanded, "Do not provoke them to war. Do not take their land. Pay for food and water." Why? Because God had already given Mount Seir to Esau as his inheritance. This teaches that God controls not only Israel's land, but the boundaries of all nations. Next, Israel approached the land of Moab, descendants of Lot. God instructed them not to harass or attack Moab, because he had given that land to the descendants of Lot. Moses explains that powerful people once lived in those lands, giants like the Emim and the Rephaim. But God helped those nations drive them out. This reassures Israel. The same God who gave others victory will also give them victory. Finally, when Israel reached the territory of Sihon, king of Heshbon, the situation was different. God told Israel, "I have begun to deliver Sihon and his land over to you." Israel requested peaceful passage, but Sihon refused and came out to fight. God hardened his spirit and delivered him into Israel's hands. Israel defeated Sihon and took possession of his land, marking the beginning of their conquest. Deuteronomy 2 teaches that God is sovereign over all nations and boundaries. Not every battle is yours to fight. Discernment matters. God keeps his promises of judgment and blessing. The time of wandering eventually ends. When God says begin, victory follows. This chapter shows transition, from wandering under discipline to advancing under promise. Key themes include divine sovereignty, patience, discernment, inheritance, timing, and the beginning of fulfillment. Please share, like, subscribe, comment, and follow for more. Thanks.